Thank you everybody for coming here. Thank you for having us here in Napoli. It was a very nice trip here. Thank you. First, I would like to thank the Maribor Tourist Board for their cooperation in the project. It was a pleasure to work with them. They were very approachable. They helped us at every step when we had a question for them. Also, specifically, I would like to thank Natasha Jančar from Maribor Tourist Board for her cooperation. I would also like to thank our mentor, Professor Dr. Slovenia for her help. She was also very available at all times. We called her at night, in the morning, in the evenings, out of her work schedule. So thank you very much. We would like to thank everybody for showing up here, all the students and the professors who taught us during the modules and during the lessons that were going on every Friday. So let me start with the presentation. We were tasked by the Maribor Tourist Board to create a concept of organization for the 5th Maribor Tourist Forum that will go on in the next year, I believe in the end of January. So let us show you what we had to work with. First, most of you here are from Napoli. It's a very big city. It's actually bigger in population than our country. So we have to work with Maribor. Maribor is the second biggest city in Slovenia, and it only has a population of 100,000 people. So it's not as big. We don't have as many options, but it's still very deeply connected with wine culture, which you will see will come into play when we tell you about the theme of the project, that was wine tourism. Maribor is surrounded by, it's actually the center of the wine growing region in the area. It's connected to a lot of winemakers through culture and history. It's also the home of the oldest grape-bearing wine in the world.
So our job was to organize an event, more specifically 5th Maribor Tourism Forum. It's a traditional event. Basically, we had to organize everything from the venue to the program. We had to make a financial plan for everything. Since the topic is wine tourism, as Alexander previously said, we decided to really focus on that and to somehow take the participants through the whole journey of wine. So there will be 150 participants, mostly from Slovenia, but I hope some of them will be tourists, and it's a great opportunity for them to explore Maribor as a city, not just to see the forum. The location of the forum is in Maribor city center.
So, Urška mentioned Maribor city center. The whole center is so big you can walk through the entire city in an hour and a half. So it's not much of a center for you, it's a lot for us. The venue had to be in some sort connected to the wine and to the wine culture of the city. We chose the Vina wine cellar that is deeply historically and culturally connected to the city. It's the oldest wine cellar in the country. It's not the biggest, but still it has 15,000 square meters of coverage, and that's why it's called the wine library, because of the narrow corridors that go through the venue, and they are surrounded by big wooden caskets. So the Vina wine cellar is located in the exact city center, and it runs under the entire city. So the cellar still works. They produce, I believe it is 5 million liters of wine annually, and they were very helpful. We went there, we went for a wine tasting, and they showed us around what we are working with. And we like the very much. You can see it in this bottom picture. There's also Urška there, but you can see the setting that we were working with. And it can fit the 150 people that Urška mentioned before that will arrive. And it's also very thematically setting to the wine tourism and stuff like that. It also solved one of our problems that we had, and that was the audio and video part of the presentation of the event, because they offered all of that. They provided all of that themselves, so we didn't have to talk to other organizers and people who could provide equipment for us.
So we also had to decide on the caterer. We decided for local secondary school of culinary school. They were kind enough to meet us over the coffee, and we were presented by this dish here, just as an example of how they present this food at the event. So what is special about them, their students actually work for them, so basically the students will be cooking the food and serving it. They use local ingredients. This is a great opportunity for the students to see how it actually is to be working this kind of event, to somehow have experience with such an event, and it's a great promotion for them. I think it's a great for them to have this intergenerational experience. We had to invite someone from other countries, someone who will speak from their experience, someone international. We decided on Professor Dr. Roberta Garibaldi. She's an international wine tourism icon. She's from Italy. She would basically tell something about wine as a professional. Then we decided on Blaž. He's from the MICENE, which is basically a tourist point in Slovenia. You can see in the picture down there, it's basically this car jeep that takes you all over the Brda, and there you can taste the local wine on some spots with a beautiful view. And then for the last speaker, we decided on Srečko Marc. He makes local wine from his vineyard. He specializes in orange wine, and we just thought he would be perfect since we want to present something new.
Okay, so we chose also sponsors that will sponsor the event, that will provide either financial support with, you can see Vina here, as I mentioned before, was the venue. They were willing to offer us a discount due to the Maribor Tourist Board being one of their partners, and they were also very interested in hosting the event. They were very approachable, they helped us a lot. And the other sponsors that we were going to invite were local winemakers. We actually went to visit some of them, and we spoke about what they could offer. They were willing to offer both wine and some types of goodie bags for the event, for the guests. Also, local tourist farms were interested in having stands there at the event, offering cheese and their meat products during the breaks. So we figured out that that would be very interesting for the guests to have something to eat and something to drink during the breaks, apart from coffee, of course. So we also analyzed the stakeholders, the students that were going to cater the event, as Urška mentioned before. The middle culinary school of Maribor, and they're going to be MICE tourist workers, both workers and professionals. I mean, they are professionals, but workers and people who own tourist farms, who own vineyards, and who are connected with the Maribor Tourist Board. They're going to be local winemakers there as sponsors or as participants that are going to attend due to interest in networking or interest in learning something new from the speakers that we mentioned before. And basically, the same goes for the tourism professionals that are going to be there. And as we told you everything about the event, where it's going to be, if you found it interesting, if you found the location interesting, maybe the venue, as you are probably tourism students, you might find the speakers interesting, and you can try and talk to your professors to visit the forum, The professors are also welcome, of course, to visit it on their own if they don't want the students with them. But yes, you are all invited to the event. We organize the concepts. Maybe the Maribor Tourist Board will go with our plan, and we will see you there.
Sladko vince piti, to me veseli, dobre volje biti svoje žive dni.